So this is an update of my bean patch, and I did grow some kales right here, and right next to it I have my beans, and just growing up on this trellis here. So look at all the beans that I have. So lots of beans. And I have some loofah as well growing on there. So as you can see, they're all growing on the same trellis right there. And on one side of this circle, I have some bok choy. So there's bok choy. And inside, I have some tomatoes. Tomato plants growing in there. And it will fill up the whole trellis. And as you can see here, I have more beans right here. Just more beans, and they all over here. So lots of beans all over. And so let's say I have kale, I have bok choy over there, I have the beans, as you can see. Then I have some tomatoes, and I have some loofah. So as you can see, there's a loofah there. So I have many things growing in one circle. And remember, inside I composted everything that was from the kitchen, and so worms would come and eat it, and will fertilize the whole bed. It's not much, it's just a little circle, but with so much growing in it. So that's it. And as you can see, we have some of the greens growing there, and the tomato patch over there. So here's the tomatoes, supposed to grow that high. So we'll see how high it's gonna grow. You just never know. And hopefully that will be good. We have already some tomatoes coming up here, and I'm sure there are some tomatoes inside starting already. And you have some sweet potatoes, and you have some green beans growing on here on the trellis. And so we have some other generation coming in. We planted more in between. Sometimes, you know, they don't come out, the seedlings, so. But for this part it is, so that would be a part we can start eating soon. And the next one will be for later on. And this is my old tomato patch. And it's still giving since November, last November. And here's some dill. So hopefully we'll give some more seeds so I can start new ones. And this is shushut, I guess they call that. There are so many names. And this is a different type of beans. They're very long beans, the Asian beans. And right here, I planted my other Mexicola avocado. And I have planted some tomatoes. You have the red tomatoes, normal tomatoes. Here, sweet potatoes, the orange sweet potatoes, that's the purple one. And these are, how do you call it? Yam. Those are yams. So big of yam, another big one of yam, and another one that's a different variety of yam. Anyway. And here I have a Mexican sunflower that volunteer in there, and I have some tomato plants that volunteer in there too. And I have decided I was gonna plant in this bed, which is mostly leaves with chicken poop, and you know, we have we have some hay inside the chicken poop, and of course, so we take all that and we alternate with other carbons like leaves, and so we composted all that together, And so I'm going to grow some other tomatoes, and hopefully I will use this plant, which is a Mexican sunflower. It gives those yellow flowers up there. I don't know if you can see it, but here, let's get closer to this one. It gives this flower right here. See, on the top there, you see better because it's in the sun. Yeah, that's the plant that's growing in the middle of this compost here, where I'm gonna grow some tomatoes, and hopefully this here will hold the tomato. You know, like I already started to put one here, and we'll have some other ones, and they'll hold each other, and I will put some twigs in between here, crossing, so that it will hold the branches, and it can grow a little higher. And this is Knet or Kemap, so hopefully one day we'll give that. Some sweet potatoes right here, and so after this patch here, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have another tomato patch. I might just grow some different greens, other things, and the tomatoes I probably will grow in this fashion more, different ways, different areas of the garden. And right here I have some citrus that I started from seeds, and here I started some I planted some banana trees, so I have 4 banana trees that should be growing in this area. Hopefully will grow higher if we keep it watered. And I always compost here with everything, you know, everything that's that will be composted in nature, like papers and coffee and food from the kitchen, you know, peels and what you could have after prepping. And you know, you have some tomatoes growing, so I suppose with all these trunks around, all I have to do is probably pull some threads in between and it will hold, and hopefully I'll have some tomatoes growing between here. I like to experiment. And so I have another Mexicola avocado growing in here, and of course I have some papaya trees at different places of the garden. I don't know how you can see this, but I think with the light it's a little difficult to see any of it. This is a male, but it does give some fruits too. And I like to grow flowers even though I don't eat them. I like plants. I like colors in the garden. Here I have some mustard green and some lettuces and different kind of lettuces. I have a patch here that carries a, well, pineapple patch I have. And here I have a mulberry tree. As you can see, I have some mulberry on it. And they're so delicious. I like to eat those. Many of them. And they're good over whatever, ice cream, homemade ice cream, or smoothies. But those are so good. I'm eating them. And it's funny because they started really small, and as they grow every day, the fruit is getting bigger. So I have the herbs there. That's my cafe and rosemary. And this is a Meyer lemon, and some more pineapple patch right here. This one that's growing, and more pineapple around there, and right here too. And there's a huge one over there by itself. And so recently we alternate leaves with coffee, nitrogen, and this is to compost. It will help to break it down to the point where we can use it in the hugo, you know, because every year the hugo goes down, so we'll replenish the hugo and then we'll top it with some good topsoil or some mushroom compost. And for the moment, so it's composting right here. At the same time, when it rains, it will just fertilize the area, especially this new mango tree that I've planted there. They're special mangoes. You don't find those in stores. And I got those mangoes from Merritt Island. And I planted that one from, I grew that one from seeds. So there's another compost area that's going to help the pineapple patch over there. So hopefully that nitrogen will help the pineapple to bloom and eventually give us some pineapples. If it's not soon enough, probably in fall they'll be ready. There's always a second harvest during the year. And so here's another patch, and this one should help. We have a nectarine tree right here that's been trimmed, but this is a nectarine tree. And oh my god, look at these. Those are so good. Oops. Oh my god, I lost it. I lost every one of them. And oh, and this is a peach tree. So there are so many things in this garden that I just recognize them by looking at the leaves. And this is a chia plant, and it's a superfood. It has all kind of vitamins in there, and it's suggested that you blanch it or you just kind of pre-cook it a little bit, boil in water a little bit, and then before you use it for cooking. So yeah, I do have a backside. You know, people always like to show everything that's pretty. Another Kemet, but I do have an area where I have my aloe. See, there's always an area of the house where you just don't go to it, you kind of forget, and that's perfect to grow aloe. And I'll try to grow another sugar cane over there. Anyway, so that was my attempt to grow a coconut, but this one didn't come. Another one did though, over there. So we're just going around the house, and that was the backyard we just saw, and we're talking about the sugar cane. So this is a sugar cane I planted, and I composted all that area. I'm still continuing to compost around it. But look, I planted that not long ago, and it's like growing really fast. So the soil is really rich. And some ginger flowers I planted in there. So, and some other ones that I'm composting around. Here is a pile of shrubs. I have like a little fireplace, so I'm gonna clean that up and pile up those twigs to start like a fire, and we can add some logs to it. But those are starters. And so I have some other ones there, and I have coffees to say hi to the worms. There's just not only worms in here, there are all kinds of stuff. Where are the worms? Let's see, are there any worms here? Where are the worms? Oh, there are the worms. You see the worms? Look at that. Yep. So they like the food. We put the coffee in there. They love to eat coffee. Some peels, like, you know, tomato peels, all kinds of stuff. And nothing smells in here. Everything smells good. And we have bamboo tree. So this is definitely something we're going to do with it to the backyard. Little project. Another Mexicola. I tell you, sometimes winter can be rude. Not rude, but rough. And you never know if you're going to lose a tree, so you want to plant more than one. Hopefully they all survive, but if they don't, there's always one that would. And that's the front yard. Try to make it a little cleaner. And I keep everything that I eat in the back. Sometimes I do gross few things like peppers, you know. So there's still a lot of work to plant and clean up again. So a lot of raking to do. There's always something to do anyway. And yeah, I have some of my pigeon peas right here. They help to grow my pear tree. See, this is a pear tree right here. So it grows all the way down, and then you have the pigeon peas growing next to it. And that's to fix nitrogen in the soil, especially when it's in bloom. That's when it's active. I have some pigeon peas there. I'm going to use them to replant down here, so I can have more. It would help a tree to grow, like this one right here, right there. This mango tree will probably need some help. So I'm going to use some of that. Plus, I always like pigeon peas, so just put it in there, let it grow. And it's going to give a little shade to the mango tree. Probably it doesn't need it, probably doesn't. But I will do that. Here, I'm even going to grow one completely out of the bed. Just let it go. Look at that mushroom right here. Because of all that wood that's been set there by the tree. It's just, it's going to help with the roots of the tree. And the tree will bring everything to, all that sugar to the web here. And the mushroom will bring all that moist at the tree, I guess, or whatever. You know, that's not complicated, but they do live together and they need each other. So there's a nice environment for the tree to grow in. So I have this one right here. And I love the pigeon peas. Probably Cajun style. I like hot. Not too hot, but so it's growing by this avocado tree right there. And I have some hibiscuses growing out here too. And some bougainvilleas that I tried to trim at the bottom to make it look like a tree. And I do have another one at the end of the street over there. There we go. Some cannas. More cannas. And I have some herbs here. So I have some mint right here, some peppers, oregano. I have a coffee here. Another Mexicola avocado, and I have some radishes here growing, and some other things I want to add. Some kales right here. Oops. And then you have, hopefully I'm gonna have a cucumber growing out of this one. So I like to eat those seeds. I like to eat this stuff right here. It's kind of like, here, spicy a little bit, but I like it in a salad. And I have more peppers, and I have these corn peppers, cow peppers, excuse me, it's called the cow peppers. They're good. And so different kind of peppers. I've been an avocado right here, another pile to help the avocado grow. And these shrubs, I'm gonna cut them up and put them around the tree, and hopefully that's gonna fix a healthy environment. I don't even move it, just let it grow like that. So I guess with that around, but organize it a little more. And yeah, I do like my flowers. I gotta have my flowers because I think they're beautiful, and you know, pleasure for the pleasure of the eyes. It's so pretty, and they just grow like this. So, and the cardinals, they like to eat this. So I'm gonna let it grow a little bit wild here until we pull it up and compost them. So more pineapple here, and Mexican sunflowers. So I know this tree hopefully will grow a little higher. And I'm letting this Mexican sunflower grow because the chicken like to eat them. Chickens, they're fond of this. And this is a little area of the garden that I like. Ooh, look at this. This is a green one. Hey, what are you doing? And so there it is for today. A little visit in the Heitama Garden with our mango tree. Can't wait to have mangoes. We have a persimmon that's starting to give some fruits. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, see, it's giving some fruits. And I have some on this side too, and behind there too. It's just like exciting. It's really nice. And so we're gonna end up with a little rest after this little tour of Heitama Garden by the fire. And see those little twigs we saw in a pile over there? They go in the fire there. And voila! And those are little starters too, when we don't want to look for the twig.
Decoration.
Yeah, for the moment they're like decoration. And time to sit and enjoy the garden. And a little reminder of what we just saw. And I'll let you enjoy this beautiful fire with me. And I wish you a good night. And I'll talk to you tomorrow with new pictures and with a good morning. For now, I say good night, and you all have a great night around a good table with some fresh vegetables I think you've been growing. All right. Thank you. Much love to you all.